Hey, everybody, it's that time again. It's time for Nerdy Talk. I'm Mike Ferreira, editor-in-chief of Anime Herald, and I'm here with the following individuals.
Dorian Chadwick.
Matt Brown.
Zach Corson.
Alright, and tonight we're going to be bringing more of that good stuff you crave, that good old dose of vitamin C conversation.
But anime fans don't talk, Mike. How do we reconcile that?
Sure, they talk. They just talk in really bad memes.
No, they just yell.
Yes. Either that or they just play these god-awful word games like Marco Polo. Anyway, over the past few weeks, we've started to hear the new stuff coming for spring 2014. We pretty much have a good idea of what's coming out. I also have a couple of rare exceptions. So, what is it that you guys are looking forward to the most?
Don't everybody speak at once.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at over at the list again. I had a few in mind.
I'm looking at
There's I am looking forward to Soul Eater Not. I'm kind of looking forward to that because I did like Soul Eater a lot. Then there's this one thing that caught my attention called Blade and Soul, based off of a game in Korea. And I looked at some of the when I started looking it up, like, oh, this looks pretty cool. And then I tried playing, and I was like, oh, it's not as cool as I thought it was going to be. And and then there's that JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, Stardust Crusaders. I've never actually watched JoJo's Bizarre Adventures before, but that actually might get me to start watching it. Just so I can.
You need to see JoJo.
That's what people keep telling me, but I don't know. I just hadn't had the time or can't find it anywhere legally.
You're an anime fan, right? It's never stopped any of us.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, wait, you're an anime fan. You should know where to get this stuff. Alright, how about you, Zach?
I'm looking forward to Breakblade because I felt like the original AV launch of it was lacking, so I hope it's longer and fills in some gaps. I'm also looking forward to Ping Pong.
If only for that one moment where they awkwardly try and reenact that scene in the movie with Christopher Walken.
Oh.
Everybody knows that ping pong is China's game. Silly Japanese thinking they can play.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
oh snap.
Oh.
Also looking forward to Hero.
What was that, sorry?
Hero?
Anyway, how about you, Matt? What are you into?
Let's see. For the spring, well, Mushishi is a big one for me. I'm happy to see that it's getting a second season, and I honestly hope that it'll be almost the same as the first season.
Personally, I have to agree, because Mushishi was just brilliant.
And other than that, the Muso special, Sengoku Muso, that looks like it'll be fun, and it's just a TV special, so nice and short. And the other thing that caught my eye, which could be terrible or enjoyable, I don't think there's any third option, is Brynhilder in the Darkness, which it's actually the description kind of worries me. It says Ryota Murakami cannot forget his female childhood friend whom he let die in an accident. Well, that's sort of intriguing, right? But then, feeling that he must fulfill their promise of proving the existence of aliens, he has continuously looked up at the sky as a member of the astronomy club. The dumbest promise ever.
Or best promise ever.
But, yeah, there's a little bit of intrigue there. So, it could be good, could be horrible.
That it could.
I think I found one that will be horrible.
What's that?
Aqua-san to Assistant-san 2.
Oh god, yes.
Like, I'm looking at the picture, I'm like, this can't be bad. And then I read the description, I'm like, yeah, it probably is going to be bad.
It sounds like a train wreck in slow motion. Why don't you give this a read for us?
I actually have a hard time reading it on my computer right now, but you could read
Alright.
it if you want.
A life description about mangaka Aito Yuki and his assistant Ashisu Sahoto. Aito doesn't understand the feelings of the characters in his stories, so he asks Ashisu to help him. Ashisu would do anything for work. she'll even let him touch her breasts so he'll know how it feels like. The habit? The pervert? Can we understand them? That's the comedy of a mangaka life.
What? What?
I hope this guy doesn't have a job as a translator. Just saying.
So do I.
I
Anyway.
could barely read the description, and all I saw was "let him touch his breast." So what? Was let him touch breast? What?
It's like, well, that's exactly what I expected that to be.
Oh, good to know.
I was thinking about was like a dorm room when a guy shares it with a girl, because that's just like what that picture looked like. It's like, that looks like my dorm room, and that looks like, and I'm like, oh, he probably has a roommate with a girl, and they probably fall in love or something. Nope, not quite.
Maybe they might, you know.
Probably do.
All right.
Well, just as improbable as them falling in love is that he has a female assistant in the first place.
Yeah, don't they normally keep them same gender so stuff like that doesn't happen?
They have to make a manga, like,
Yeah.
so they're all screwed. They have no life.
No.
Oh.
Personal life, what's that? Let's see. Personally, I'm looking forward to, well, if you know me, I'm going to say Kiroro, because Sergeant Frog is
Shocker.
freaking great. Ping Pong, the animation looks great. Well, it sounds great, I should say. JoJo, I know, I'm really rattling off some shocking stuff here. And-
Sidonia.
And Mushishi. Those would probably be my top 4.
Oh yeah, did you see the one about the the volleyball players? That seems laughably bad, but on the other hand, it's production IG.
So they could make it awesome.
Yeah, or it can look awesome.
Don't forget, we also just had a show about swimmers last summer, and look where that went.
It's the best.
It's not for everybody, but well, it's a Fujoshi show. It's definitely aimed at females and, well, people like me. It's definitely aimed at the female audience. So,
Isn't there one female in that show?
yeah,
Just one.
Just one.
the rest are all.
Yeah. She's
well,
there so that all of the girls watching can hate her.
Yes. Well, Yugi, I mean,
live vicariously through her.
well, especially Yugi, who just had Yui and Miyako. Moving on. Apparently, Aniplex announced that Blue Exorcist is hitting Toonami on March 22nd.
What's it replacing?
I didn't get a word on what it was replacing, actually, because they haven't announced the time yet.
Probably Sword Art.
It's one of those slots where it's like 4 a.m. Yeah.
Oh God.
My guess is it's definitely going to be a prime slot because it's such a big show. If anything, it's going to replace one of the shows ending this season, just like how Black Lagoon's replacing Soul Eater.
Soul Eater is on at like, what, 2 a.m. or something?
1:30.
1:30.
And then after that, it's...
Sword Art.
That's like the point where I pass out usually.
So it might replace. I'm not sure how far along Sword Art is.
I think it's done today. It's gonna be done tonight.
So
No, I don't think it can be. Yeah.
no.
Because like the last episode.
Oh right, that's right.
Yeah, there's at least 2 more episodes, or 3 actually. He's got to get there, and then he's got to face off with the. Oh, it's a 2-parter. The last.
I find it interesting that the Toonami fans have apparently never heard of DVRs.
Yeah, no. Actually, even worse is Adult Swim has this big commercial that airs like at least twice a night that says "Set your DVRs at this time."
Well, I set my DVR, but I usually like watching it right then and there. It's not the same. I like watching it at night, not the fact that I have to stay up at night and DVR it and watch it in the morning.
Like Space Dandy.
Yeah. Space Dandy is perfect.
This show was recorded before a live studio audience, but we didn't mic them, so you won't hear them at all.
Yeah, the guy in front row looks kind of pissed off. I think it's because I said I hated Persona 4 last week.
Oh.
Speaking of stuff I hate, who here has seen Wonder Momo?
Wonder Momo?
No? You will all have to watch Wonder Momo at some point. Just because it's somehow managed to be just as bad as Super Sonico, but concentrated into a 3 to 5 minute chunk.
Sonic, so fans can just drool.
Well, it's there for a reason. I can't say it on the air. But I don't know how they managed to get this bad. Well, I kind of do. But anyway.
I'm looking for this.
Yeah, the title says it all.
Like we're Googling.
I do not believe I would watch that. But then I don't think I would have. What am I thinking of? Fancy Lala. If that had not arrived on my doorstep, I wouldn't have watched it.
Wow.
And I didn't hate it.
Wonder Momo. Well,
I liked Fancy Lala. That was a Pura, right?
Dean. I think it was Dean.
I can't even find it.
It was one of those two. But yeah, I think it was Studio Dean. It has a nice ending, but I don't know. As far as magical girl shows go, Full Moon Wasagashi is what captured me a little bit better. I wish it hadn't been as long as it was, but it was good.
Well, we know that those shows are long because they're made with the intent of selling toys.
Pretty much every anime is that way.
Exactly.
There's one series that I'm like curious if I'm actually going to like. I've only watched like one episode and I still don't know what to think of it. Is the Wonder Baristas one?
Wonder Baristas?
Baristas.
Oh yeah, the magic.
Except
Oh.
there's like a frog in it that's like at one point giving his master a massage, which is kind of weird. So I don't know what to think yet.
And what does it have to do with coffee exactly?
No. Apparently, or whatever it is, barista is some sort of lawyer. It's not spelled quite the same way, but every time I look at it, I want to say it's barista, but it's not. Barista?
Barrister?
Yeah.
Oh, Wizard Barristers.
There you
Gotcha.
go.
The one about the wizard lawyers.
In 2018, humans and wizards lived together in Tokyo. These continue to protect order in society, but wizards are tried, and according to magical law, in special courts defended by wizard baristas. Damn it! Apparently, this girl got her law degree at age 17. It's quite impressive.
That is impressive. Considering it takes how many years to pass the bar.
Yeah.
So this is another Japan is genetically superior, yet we're held back by everyone else thing.
Totally.
Totally.
Except the only part about the show that like really gets to me is the fact that they inserted CG, but it's not as bad as some of the other CG.
God, if you want bad CG, I've seen it. I've shown it.
yeah, yes you have.
What's that? Remember Gene Shaft? Anyone remember Gene Shaft? No? Fuck Gene Shaft.
Appleseed has some quite.
Mike's on the hate rampage tonight, folks.
I am. I drank my Hateorade this morning. Although honestly, I say it jokingly. Well, not in terms of Gene Shaft, but in general.
From there, we could totally segue into Initial D and these 3 movies that are going to totally bomb because the CG will be terrible.
Oh yes, Initial D's getting a film trilogy. Crunchyroll and A&M both reported that 30-second teaser for the Shingeki Joban Initial D Legend Ichikakuse film will be the first part of a trilogy project. The teaser says, "Everything begins, everything ends. The gene for the races awakes." The film, produced by Sanjin and Run Film, will debut in Japan on August 23rd, and on-air schedule for the last Initial D TV series hasn't been announced yet. In other words, Initial D is still running its TV series. Although this is the last season, where else are we going to get our bad CGI cars and thumping Eurobeat music?
How long can you talk about cars? Apparently for years. And years.
In years.
Well, a show about cars is, a welcome interruption, shonen show-wise, from the absolute domination of mecha.
True.
True. I'll give you that one.
Put back up the king.
So saith the Gundam man.
Until unless the cars in Initial D start transforming.
Oh god.
Even if that happened, it's still a Toyota.
Yeah, no.
Still.
I mean, all the other guys' cars are cool. The
Oh wait, the Z.
the Lancer and the RX-7s. pretty much just his 8-6 is kind of lame on the outside.
It's on the outside, but on the inside it counts. Let's go fast.
Yeah, but it's not like American racing. You can't drive fast, turn left.
No, you either drive fast and go straight, or you turn.
You drive fast
One
and
or the
drift.
other.
You drive fast and drift. You smack into the fucking wall.
You mean I gotta turn my wheel? I can't do that. We're just gonna drag race down this here.
Excuse me, friend. That is not drifting. That is understeering.
Oh.
I learned that from Initial D.
You know, if you're the Mega Man, I'm surprised you didn't say you were foaming at the mouth of the new Gundam Unicorn coming out in May.
Oh well, I didn't think that counted because this was like April.
Wow. Wow, is that like 3 episodes now?
It's like an OVA.
Unicorn?
6?
6. Last one's next, right?
Yeah, 180
Whoa.
minutes
I guess
long.
that started a long time ago then.
Yeah. They released like the first like 3, I would say, in 1 year, and then started lagging, and it was more like 2. And now they're like, we're gonna take our time because we pretty much effed up OVA number 3.
Oh.
I think it was 3. I'm pretty sure it's 3.
Is that the one with the shoddy animation?
That's the one with like the whole. I don't know what they were getting at, but I think it was like a nod at Lala.
Gotcha.
I don't know. OVAs seem to be pretty safe because they're extremely limited run in the first place, and they're geared toward people that will buy anything no matter what.
Although nowadays they're a bit more selective of what they put out. Don't you remember the 90s where we had like countless shows that only got like 1 or 2 episodes, then it just got shit canned? Like, let me see if I can name a few.
Dragon Half?
Dragon Half, Princess Rain, Shinesman, Jewel Ben Hunter Lime. Speaking of, check your band needs Jewel Ben Hunter Lime, shameless plug. Garzy's Wing. Again, shameless plug, check out your band needs for that. And there are so many that just, they get dropped with no explanation of what's going to happen next.
Hey, I couldn't fight evil without convenience stores either.
Yes, but you didn't spend the day fighting naked either.
That seems pretty effective because no one want to fight you.
Did you feel like you were having a dream?
And now we've moved on to Kill La Kill. Which, incidentally, is the only show that I'm watching this season that is, well, it's a carryover, but still, that is truly enjoyable.
Yeah, I mean, I'm keeping up on a couple, and generally this season feels a lot weaker than the last.
I don't think they
Yeah.
decided what anything
Like-
what I was watching last season. And the only one that I thought about watching was that magical barista bar
Wizard
stuff.
Barrister.
Oh wait, we're watching Dandy. That's what Dandy counts. Forget about that.
Oh, dang. Wow.
I think the only reason why I'm watching Dandy is because the fact is it's on Toonami, and I'm like, I must support.
Must watch.
Well, even then, that's got some great moments in it. Like the zombie episode was great.
Oh, that was
I kind of want to go to the mall.
that was an awesome episode.
Did we start the conversation about the Blue Exorcist yet?
Yeah, we're like off track. We should get back on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Circling back. So, what are your thoughts, considering that they've kind of been unveiling some really high energy, general audience friendly stuff like Black Lagoon, like Blue Exorcist, that are going to be filling the holes in the schedule? What do you feel about these changes, and what would you love to see coming next?
Oh my god. I'm loving it because this show. I mean, I know you've been keeping track of it, Mike. That Toonami has been like on the chopping block for a very long time if it didn't do anything to bring in people.
Mm-hmm.
And now all of a sudden, when they brought in Sword Art Online, which was well, not the newest show out, but it was definitely something that I didn't think they was going to get that quick. And now you have Space Dandy that's being simulcasted here. I'm actually really excited because we're actually going to see some new things that I haven't already seen before.
Mm.
But if there's one show I would love for them to get, is I think you already know the answer to that. And that's Attack on Titan.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Got
Hmm.
that.
But would they?
I think if they can make that happen, they will.
Well, honestly, the language isn't bad, and even the bloody parts aren't as bad as they could be compared to some of the stuff they show.
They're quite gruesome.
They are gruesome, but it's stuff they can work around.
Yeah.
Don't forget they had to work with Japanese TV standards, which don't forget,
Violence is okay, but nudity is right out.
exactly,
And then in America, they just drop bikinis on them.
Uh-huh.
pretty much.
Or you just blur them out. That works too. It's not like a kid's gonna stay up at 1 o'clock at night just to look at some cart. No, never mind.
Well, honestly, it's not going to be kids at that point.
How did SAO do numbers wise?
Let me pull up the ratings.
It's a terrific show, but I don't know. I'm interested because I'm not sure that it was a great fit for them. Anyway, I was going to say that by contrast, Blue Exorcist seems like it is a good fit for them because it's like a high action shonen show, and seems to be pretty popular, and there's really no reason not to like it.
It's pretty much like you're following up with Naruto and Bleach with that show.
It kind of fits the mold.
Except slightly different.
Slightly.
I'm actually kind of sick of Bleach. It's like, this has ended already in Japan. I've seen it. Should have ended a long time ago, but it didn't.
Here we go. The latest Toonami ratings are... Sword Art is pulling in 728,000 viewers a night.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty
Which
respectable.
It's respectable. It's smack in the middle of the Toonami chart.
Oh, I shouldn't have said that. So many people like Bleach, apparently.
Bleach is one of their biggest shows.
Maybe the fact is they didn't see the end of it.
Bleach is interesting because it's a show that you can kind of just fall into and fall out of. So it does have that draw in it, so a person can kind of pop in and watch an episode pop out.
That's true, because they have so many arcs where it's just like
Recap.
total filler. Ichigo doesn't even have his powers that he currently mastered in the previous.
Exactly.
He just,
Like a video game.
Oh, so it's like a New Game Plus. Yeah.
Alright.
A New Game Plus, well, a typical New Game Plus where you lose all of your powers, but you may be able to keep some equipment and or random other things.
Okay, but that's actually very impressive for Sword Art Online, especially at 2 o'clock at night.
Yeah. I'm honestly surprised that that many people who watch Toonami have Nielsen boxes.
Better they just leave it on.
But yeah, I think Blue Exorcist could do well. It definitely is. It has broad appeal. Son of Satan, etc.
That is true.
I enjoyed the show.
I liked it. Not enough to pay what Aniplex is charging, but I liked it. Speaking of, the Madoka Rebellion Blu-ray release was announced. The regular edition is going to be, what is it, $59, while the premium is going to be just under $100.
Wait, who has a license?
Aniplex.
Wow, they're not gonna kill us.
Well,
You want to give our firstborn child?
it's a 2-hour movie, so that's pretty much $30 an hour.
Oh wait, never mind. They're killing us.
They're still killing us, dude.
Forgot it's the movie. Oh jeez. How much is the regular box set of Madoka? It must be like $1,000 since they
Three
have so much
volumes,
content.
$80 each, I think. Let me check.
Yeah, like a special edition. They have a lot of Madoka stuff on them.
Yeah.
In Japan, so I'd figure it comes with like 5 visual CDs or something.
Madoka shipped in both premium and regular editions for every TV set. Since we're talking the real thing, let's just go with the Blu-rays. The Blu-rays were $50 the regular, $49.98, and Aniplex is selling them for $39. I'm not Aniplex, Right Stuff is selling them for $39. And the limited edition ones were $94.98. Tarsi is selling them for $74.98 at the moment. I think there's like an Aniplex sale or something. So, I mean, frankly, I'm kind of surprised, but not really, if that makes sense, because they are getting that premium price for their product, which kind of interests me, considering that for how many years we've seen a downward pressure on prices.
Maybe one day I'll be able to afford a Blu-ray of Garen.
Yeah. One day.
Yeah, it's like they think they're fighting the good fight or something. That they're trying to convince us that their stuff is worth as much over here as it is in Japan.
So, but most people who like anime are very poor.
Unfortunately.
Well, and kind of my argument's always been that it's not as worth as much in Japan as people pay for it, But I mean, of course, according to the market, it is worth it because people are willing to pay for it. But I don't know. It's like here in the States, we don't really attach that amount of value to something like this, I guess I would say.
Well, here in the States, it's also treated more as a consumable product.
You sort of latch onto it like for a little while and then it's over. But in Japan, it's more like they will remember the characters and then they'll send them Valentine's Day presents.
Yes.
Whereas we will not go that far.
Exactly as he was saying. I mean, the fan culture there is so much different. I mean, they don't sell as many copies. Those fans tend to be uber hardcore. So, I mean, we have cases like...
I think it's part of being in in such an insular group of people too. Like they don't. It's like we were talking about last week with Miyazaki saying that anime studios are staffed by people who hate looking at other people. And it's it's a very small group of people. I think I happen to think that Japan is and Japanese people in general are very cosmopolitan. They understand how the world works, and they enjoy both their own thing and other influences. But the otaku market seems to be quite different.
The same can be said for the otaku market around here, though. I mean, it's just...
Well, the difference with otaku in the States is that we don't have as much money as they do.
That is true. And again, the American otaku don't do something crazy like send 8,000 boxes of chocolate to an anime character.
Yeah, that is good.
It's also just the females.
You don't know that. You don't know that.
It's supposed to be.
You don't know that. Trust me. Speaking of, for Valentine's Day, anime character Shusuke Fuji from Prince of Tennis received over 8,000 boxes of chocolate at this point. Literal boxes of chocolate sent to the character. That's both impressive and kind of frightening at the same time.
Yes, they do realize he's not going to eat the chocolate, right?
Well, don't...
In the same way that American children realize that Santa Claus isn't going to read all of their letters.
They'll be all right though, because then they'll get something anyway. They'll just get them.
I think that makes the studio quite happy though, because then they get free food for a little while.
Yeah, they don't have to stop the break room for a while.
They just need to like insert like the character's like favorite food, and just so happens to be something that they can all consume and not have to pay for the rest of the week.
There you go. That's how you pay them. Hey, look, free food for everybody.
Just so happens he's a huge fan of sushi and ramen.
He's a huge fan of Korean barbecue. So don't skimp, guys.
Not chocolate, Korean barbecue.
Korean barbecue.
I can go for some Korean barbecue.
You should in fact just send us gift cards. I mean him gift cards.
Gift cards,
I mean, half the animators don't make that much money anyway.
True, they work for like slave wages.
Yeah, it's like EA here.
Oh.
Except
They're
worse.
slaves.
Except worse.
Yeah, much worse actually.
I don't think an anime company has ever been voted worst company in Japan 2 times over.
Damn.
Oh.
Again, I went there. Come at me, bros.
And then, now the company's gonna come after you, Mike, and say, "I don't like what you said."
Lawsuit in 3, 2, 1.
They probably just like, sit there being like, alright, well, we could always get Korean labor. It's a lot cheaper than you guys. Come on, we need this job. It's all we can do is draw. No, you don't have any original mangaka ideas, so you're pretty much screwed.
Well, the problem with Korean labor is then you get stuff like Yashigani.
Oh.
But the studio doesn't care. They just paid nothing.
Well, then they do care because then they have to issue an apology.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, I don't think you've ever seen Yashigani. Yashigani is so bad that the studio had to actually apologize.
I haven't seen it.
You will watch Yashigani. It is horrible. I don't know how that keeps getting worked into the damn podcast.
Because it's so horrible that you had to mention it more than once. It will be in every podcast from here on in. You want to talk about some of this badly animated?
No.
If you want to talk about badly animated, that's it. That or
I mean, according to Miyazaki, everything on TV is badly animated.
even the stuff he did. Of course, don't forget, Miyazaki's also the one who said a woman who derided Dirty Pair because it had somewhat scantily-clad women with guns, and his next movie was Castle of Cagliostro, where Fujiko was standing there, scantily-clad with a gun. Mostly.
It's not like he came up with that story.
True. But he had some push against it. Anyway, moving on. This week we're going to be discussing a short form title called Pupa, which is a horror series from... It's a horror series from Studio Dean. Now, for those that haven't seen it, this is a story about a young girl and her brother. The young girl is infected with this mysterious virus that makes him turn into a giant monster that eats people. And her brother gets the same virus, but he gets these crazy regeneration powers instead of turning into a bloodthirsty beast.
Wolverine.
He turns into Wolverine, yes, except
No
a lot
claws.
creepier. So, to keep her from going on a bloodthirsty rage, he lets her eat him every single day.
Best Groundhog Day ever.
I kind of watched this and I was just saying, nope, the whole time. It was, I thought it was strange, for sure. How about everyone else? Try and keep this bullshit minimal.
Okay, never mind.
Well, yeah, my impression was, this is going to sound weird, but I thought, given the subject matter, it was a pretty good decision to do these incredibly short episodes like they did. So it's like, you hear the theme music and something horrible happens in the next 2.5 minutes, and you're like, well, that just happened. And then roll credits.
I wonder when this is actually aired.
It's probably one of those things that airs like between episodes at like 2 in the morning when they can't sell advertisement.
I would hope so.
It's like, I'm just trying to figure out, if you try to bring this over here, how would you do that?
Omniplex will take the rights and they'll charge you $25
$25 an episode.
Per
a
episode.
20-minute DVD.
My guess is if it did come over, it would be like Sentai Filmworks' release of Digicarrot, where you pay $20 to get the whole series, maybe 30. Because
I don't see how they could charge $20 because then it would only be maybe 16 minutes long, the entire thing.
dude, I paid $75 for Digicarrot.
Of course you did.
Yeah, I was one of those kooks that bought the limited edition.
I paid $70 for all of my Gundam Unicorns, but that's worth it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like I have no love for broccoli. Galaxy Angel is so funny.
Yes, the episode of the tank is still one of my favorites.
In fact, Pupa, I don't see how this could be 30 minutes. If this was like a 30-minute show, I don't think I'd be able to sit there and watch it if it was 30 minutes.
If it was 30 minutes, we'd all kind of tune out by the end of the first episode. Like, nope.
Yeah,
I think the 30-minute version is called Gantz.
That is true. I find it kind of... I mean, Matt summed it up best. It's one of those shows where you kind of watch and say, well, that happened.
I remember the episode when she ate her brother. I didn't think she actually ate him.
Oh, yeah, she did.
Until I saw the next episode, I was like, oh, she did eat him.
But
Wow.
she devoured him. He was like a Slim Jim.
And it's like, it's okay. I don't care that you're a monster. And then all of a sudden, chomp, chomp, chomp. I like the sort of the lady that's dressed as a witch in this show. She's like, oh, too bad, brother.
Oh, so sad.
Watching one of those shows.
like she was bored.
It's like she's sitting there, it's like, well, I got 5 minutes to kill.
I'm just gonna watch this. I'm not gonna do it.
After
And her name is
like,
Maria.
This isn't as bad as like those shows where the brother and sister like are in love with. No, it is. It's worse. I never thought it could go that far.
Yeah, it's like it's eroticized vor.
So cannibalism meets brother and sister love. It's just
Yes.
Yep.
Especially in the unseen, the bathroom.
Oh, and throw in the abusive family for good measure. It's like,
Kind of reminded me of that cat. You should.
it's like take that, Dad. I will never hurt her like you did. I would even let her eat me.
I wish the bears would actually like move their mouth and talk. That would have been just so much better.
It would have been more interesting. Of course, no. We get the bears acting out the abusive parenthood. Dad beat mom. Then mom left dad and started playing around with younger guys.
Like my friends. No.
Oh.
Steve and I never talked to each other again after that.
Oh my god.
So, anything else you guys are watching at the moment? I mean, let's move away from Pupa before we start saying things that we will regret.
Too late. I regret watching that. Does that count?
Yes.
After you watch
No.
Pupa,
Mike made us
watch
laugh.
Strange Plus Plus.
See,
Yeah.
it's season 2, Strange Plus Plus.
Yeah.
It's like if you're already broken, go ahead and watch. Yeah, go ahead and watch Ichi the Killer, and then the Ichi Zero anime, and then also watch Gantz and Suicide Club, and then your fate will be sealed.
Punishment worse than death.
Of course, if you actually want to work your way out of your misery, then you should watch The Machine Girl, because it's awesome.
Yes, it is. Yeah, that was.
Imagine losing your arm because some crazy lady coats it with tempera and and pushes you into a fryer. And then imagine taking that lost arm and regaining it as a machine gun.
Well, that
Sounds fantastic.
Sounds badass. Ish.
This series would be Magi, since it's the second season of it.
Magi.
Magi, yeah.
Magi's pretty good, actually. It's like a retelling of Aladdin in some ways.
So this
Not
one's
literally,
more
it's-
elaborate.
Or if you like mecha instead, you should watch Robo Geisha.
Fresh shrimp.
Robogate is awesome. It really is.
I mean, death by fried shrimp. How
Yes.
can you get any better?
Yeah.
Only thing I'm watching is Nobunaga the Fool and Nobugun. And Nobugun's looking better than Nobunaga the Fool.
What is Nobunaga the Fool about? I'm
It's-
guessing it's about Nobunaga, but why is he a fool?
Well, it's the retelling of the tale of Nobunaga in space with robots.
What?
And Joan of Arc.
And what?
And Joan of Arc. Yeah, and Joan of Arc.
In Joan of Arc.
And then
In Leonardo da Vinci.
any Western.
I watched like the first minute, and I would never have guessed that was the whole idea.
You should have stuck it out.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, the funny thing about Nobunaga is that I thought, this is bad enough that this has got to be Gonzo. Except it can't be Gonzo, because if I saw it was Gonzo, there's no way I would watch it. And it's actually Satellite. But it's like Gonzo incarnate.
Gonzo's got that style of everything that they do, where they somehow manage to take a good concept and shit all over it.
That's true.
Like,
Koreans making all their stuff,
no, they're 100% Japan. They're just
not outsourcing.
no, they're just horrible. Like, you got
They're like what you said about Spike Lee earlier. They have a couple of brilliant shows, and everything else is just, oh my god.
Birth Angel Gonzo?
I think First Angel was Gonzo.
Am I thinking?
Yeah, it was.
Am I right on Burst Angel? That's the one that
Wait, no, maybe it wasn't.
Sue now. And
Yep.
I thought it was Funimation.
Makes it very sad that Funimation channel is no longer on Fios. Oh wait, it is. I can on demand it.
What's good about Nobunaga?
It's well, I wouldn't say it's different. It's the main character a little different than normal. She's a girl that's a gun otaku and is into monster movies and military things and stuff like that. And there's aliens,
Awesome.
Awesome.
yeah, and reincarnation. People come back to life and they get powers.
Like Gandhi.
Yeah,
Still waiting for Gandhi to blow someone up.
he's not gonna blow anything up. He's a shield.
I don't care. I don't care. Everyone wants to see Gandhi blow someone up.
In fact, none of them's gonna blow anything up, except for the girl, because she's the only one with a gun.
Well, yeah, but it's just what everyone wants to see. You know, they want it. It won't happen, but you just want to see it.
Mahatma Smash. Awesome. Yeah, when I first read the title Nobunaga Gun, it made me think of Samurai Gun, which is, like an equally stupid concept, but I didn't hate the first few episodes.
Could always be worse anyway. I mean, we could be sitting here talking about, I don't know, Wonder Momo.
For a show you hate, you keep bringing it up.
Because if
Yeah.
I could hate a creator to death, it would be the people that made those shows. I'm not saying that literally though. I mean, we could be sitting here talking about, say, something completely offbeat, like Bottom Biting Bug.
Bottom biting bug.
Yeah, it's actually a kid's show.
Or we could be talking about magical warfare.
We could be talking about Magical Warfare.
There's just anything to talk about it.
Or we could be talking Kill la Kill.
Oh, what?
Yeah, but let's not, because that show is good. We might soil
Yeah.
it. The funny thing about Kill la Kill is it tries to be bad. Like,
Yeah, there are points
just
where
the whole the whole group of nudist beach people are just ridiculous, and yet somehow it all comes together.
Well, look at the. If you want to see ridiculous, look at the Osaka people in the most recent episodes.
Yeah,
The guy with the freaking grills.
he like throws money at everybody and thinks they're gonna die for him.
Exactly. I mean, that's like pure stereotyping there.
And don't forget the theme song. It comes after every fight.
Yeah, don't lose your way. Or, I don't remember the actual title. It's like Before My Body is Broken or something like that.
Yeah.
But goes with everything. It goes with everything.
The last episode of Kill la Kill had an interesting twist to it.
I don't want to know.
Oh,
I'm 2 episodes behind.
Well,
don't spoil it.
that's sort of your problem, but I actually wasn't
Oh.
going to say what it's about anyway.
I'll catch up.
No, seriously, like the first several episodes are like what's her name? Ryuko is basically saying she's gonna destroy Satsuki, even though she just met her out of the blue. And how the heck did she show up in town in the first place? But that's sort of beside the point.
They'll probably explain eventually.
But that sort of got stale over 15 episodes. So it's nice to see that the show is taking a bit of a turn, something unexpected.
I was wondering when that would happen.
Wow, I think we've actually kind of